Okay, you guys, we're here with Cam Bynum. Had some great news for the Bears today that we wanted to let you guys ask him about. He'll be returning in 2020 after having previously announced his intention to declare for the NFL draft. So we'll let Cam go ahead and just start with a little bit of a reason why, and then we'll ask questions after that. Cam, you want to just give us a little bit of a background of what prompted you to make this decision?
Well, first of all, obviously, I ended up declaring because season was pushed into the springtime, and I wouldn't be able to two-time a season and preparing for the combine, the Senior Bowl, and those things. So now that season was pushed up to November, December. I didn't see a reason not to play, especially that I still have a full time to train for the combine, the Senior Bowl, on the back end. So I just think the best thing for my development right now, especially, is just get the reps and be able to actually play football. So started my training back when I was home for those couple weeks. And then once they announced that season was back, I had to make that decision. And now the decision's made, and I'm happy with it.
We'll go ahead and go around the room like we do normally. We'll start with Trace Travers. Trace?
Hey Cam, I remember you said last time you thanked us for dealing with you. Now you have to deal with us for another few months here. So
Come on.
good to have you back. Anyhow, just as far as the logistics of all of this, have you had to move back up to Berkeley in the past couple of weeks, or how has that worked out for you?
Yeah, so I fully moved out of my apartment about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Took everything, had my parents come up here with the U-Haul truck, went back home, set up my room in my house at SoCal to start training and all that. And right when my room got nice and set up, they said the season was good to go. So I was able to stay in my room I set up all nice for about a week. Then 2 days ago, I had to move right back up here. Thank God my roommates we weren't able to find anybody to take my room yet, so it kind of worked perfectly. So back in the same exact spot. I had to move it all back up.
Trace, any follow-ups?
I'll wait till the next go round. Thanks.
Okay. Jeff Frada?
Hey, Cam, congratulations on being a student again for a while. Can you just talk about when you knew you were going to flip back to coming to Cal, returning to school, kind of what the process was like, and sort of, are there some hurdles you have to clear now in terms of quarantining before you start practice with the team, or how's the nuts and bolts of it work?
So as far as my quarantine, I started my quarantine today, so I'm on a week stuck at home. So I'll be able to practice starting next week from today. But I really wasn't 100% on the decision till probably 2-3 days ago. I planned on it and knew that I was probably going to, but I was still battling with just weighing the risk factor of just possible things. If season gets canceled, then I waste time, or just I've been battling with it, just thinking about it a lot, praying about it. And overall, I wasn't fully set on it till probably this past week, because it's been tough, and I know a lot of things could change, but now I just took that leap of faith and just gonna go with it.
Jeff?
Did you hire an agent, and are there some technical things you have to deal with on that front with the NCAA or anything, or
Nope.
where are you at in that regard?
No, nothing of that sort. I was real slow with picking any agents or meeting with anybody, just because I have so much time. So in the meantime, when I was home, I was just training, didn't really do anything with any agents or talk to anybody of that. So that made this a lot easier, because I didn't have to do anything with the NCAA or compliance or anything to get back up here.
Okay, we'll move on. We'll come back for a second round. But Jasper?
Hey, Cam. So it sounds like you said you sort of finalized this decision a couple of days ago, but I know this sort of the Pac-12 season has been in the works for a while. When did you start reconsidering? Because I know you said back when we first talked to you that, like, hey, if there's a fall season, who knows? But when did you really start thinking about opting back in?
Once they brought the season back, it was like wow, what do I do? Because do I play? I was thinking, okay, I have enough film. I've started, I think, 38 games so far. I was like, technically, I don't need any extra film to be drafted. But then I thought about my development and personal development, And even just being back with the team again, I was thinking, I think I'd progress more of a player, just being able to play football and actually be able to get reps this fall versus just being at a facility training for 5 months straight. So once the season was started back up and they made it official and said the everyday testing was good to go, I started to wrestle with it and was just weighing the options for a while, because there's a lot of reasons that it'd be smart to stay opted out, but there's a lot of also good reasons to opt back in. So it's something I was kind of jumping through the loops with, but once I made that final decision, I stuck with it.
Jasper, any follow-ups?
Yeah, what's the biggest reason you opted in, like the single biggest reason, and then what was the single biggest reason or the single biggest thing maybe holding you back throughout that decision process?
I'll say the biggest reason to opt back in was the whole timing of it, being able to finish the season in December as if it was a normal season. So I'd still be able, because like I said, my preparation for the Senior Bowl and Combine and just that whole period of trying to make that transition from college to NFL is super important. So being able to play football and have a full normal time as if it was a regular year to prepare, that was probably the biggest reason that I could go back in and just develop and just play football overall, because I've been wanting to play for so long. And one thing that I was struggling with was just how much is it needed? How much will it help my draft stock or will it not? So I was just wrestling with that. And obviously risk of injury is always there, but I'm not going to go through playing football being scared to get injured, because it's either part of the game, it's either going to happen or it's not. I can't really control that. I can do everything to keep myself out of harm's way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to play football. So injury wasn't too much of a thing, but that's always something you have to consider.
Okay. David Bush. All right, Dave, are you out there? Okay, we'll give you a chance. Are you there, Dave? All right, we'll give you a chance in the second round. We'll go back for a second and final round. Trace Travers, anything else for Cam?
Yeah, just how do you feel, I guess, with you coming back? The defensive back room has a lot more options to work with now. How are you kind of feeling about the group now that you're back and you give them all that experience along with the young guys like Chiggy and Craig and everyone else?
I'm just super excited. I'm able to just be with them again and be able to teach more, be able to learn more, and mainly just able to help the younger guys even more. Because I know even while I was gone, I was still in constant contact with all the younger guys and send me film, send me their clips, ask what they can do better, teaching them some plays. So I never really got away from any of them. So now that we're back in the same room all again, I'm able to serve and teach them even more. And that's something I'm real passionate about, passing my knowledge down, because I know not a lot of people have somebody older than them with a lot of experience like myself that can do that.
Do you
Chris?
see any one of those younger guys standing out that we may not know about?
Haven't been able to watch any of them play at all, so I'm not really sure.
Okay. Jeff Ferrado, anything else?
Yeah, Cam, I talked to a couple of your teammates a couple of weeks after you made your announcement to leave Cal, and they sounded like they might come to you and try to talk you back into it if the season was underway again. I'm wondering, did any of them reach out to you, and kind of what's the reaction been today from your teammates about your decision now?
Yeah, a lot of them hit me up about it, but it wasn't to the point where they're persuading me. They're just asking, what am I thinking? How you feeling? None of them tried to talk me into it, because they know they're all understanding of it being my situation and my decision at the end of the day. So they're just letting me know that they're supportive. But once I announced that I was back, everybody was texting me like, "Ooh, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it, Cam. I knew you couldn't just sit at home and watch us play." It was funny. It was nice seeing all my teammates excited. So, and I'm excited to be back with them.
I was going to say, as much as there was some give and take in your mind about what was the right thing to do, now that you've made the decision, how excited are you about just getting to play one more college football season?
Yeah, I'm super excited about that, because I know last year after our last game, I didn't expect that to be my last college experience, knowing that I was going to come back. So I was kind of, when I declared, I was like, wow, I didn't even savor the moment after the Red Box Bowl as much as I should have, knowing that should have been my last game. But now that it's back, now I can really actually treat these games like my last college football games ever. So now I'm soaking everything in. Every single practice is a countdown for me to leave, and I'm emotional. So I'll be sad counting those days down.
It sounds like you're going to really embrace this, though.
100%, like crazy. It's like a lot of people may be like, oh, fall camp, camp starting, but I'm just excited to be able to play. And every single day, I can't dread doing anything. I'm looking forward to every single day up here.
Okay, Jasper.
Yeah, sorry. I have a couple questions, but first of all, you said you just got back up here. You're in quarantine. Can you speak on any of on the precautions, what it's going to be like to get back into practice?
I just know today I had to go get a test, a COVID test, and then sometime during this week I have to go get another blood test do the antibody test where they draw blood. And then before I start back up again, I have to get tested and make sure I'm negative again. Then I get cleared, and with the clearing, they say then you'll be cleared to practice. I don't know if I have to do like a conditioning test or what. So that's really all I know. They said stay in the house as much as possible, and get your test and get everything done that you need to. Then you can be back next week.
Absolutely. And then on a more forward-looking note, what are you looking forward to most this season, and what are your expectations for both yourself and the team?
What I'm looking forward to the most is probably just being able to progress from last year and just progress every day, see the progress with the younger guys and around even us vets. We didn't have the best season we could have last year as a DB core. I know me personally, I gave some stuff up that I wouldn't like to. It could have made a lot more plays. So I just think just putting good film out there, I think as a whole DB unit, we're just excited to be able to just be better and progress more, because we know how hard we've worked, and especially during this quarantine. I know me and a lot of other people put in so much work to separate ourselves. So we're just ready to put that on display.
Okay, Dave Bush, you ready? We can't hear you, Dave. Oh. Yeah, I think we're missing you, unfortunately. There's no audio on our end. Anybody else? Dave, maybe you could put a question in the chat if anybody else has another question for Cam. If not, we'll let him get going.
Thanks for taking the time as always, Cam.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cam.
I think we're all very excited to see what y'all do.
I'm excited too. Oh, I forgot to answer your question about expectations for the season. Want me to go back?
I would love to. I would love to hear that.
But my expectation for the season is I don't think we should lose a game. We got way too much experience coming in, and we've prepared, and we know that we have what it takes to be able to win every single game. And it's a short season, so everybody will be healthy, and we've had so much time on the front end to prepare. So my expectation is to win every game, and if there's a road bowl, if there's whatever bowl games they have, we expect to be in it.
We'll give Dave one final shot. Dave, have you got through your technical difficulties? No, I don't think so. All right. Sorry about that, Dave. We'll have to we'll catch you next time. So anyway, Cam, thanks for your time. Appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Take care.
Thanks, Kyle.
You got it.